to our graduation ceremony. Please remain standing for the presentation of our colors by our JRTC cadets, the singing of our national anthem, and the performance of My Old Kentucky Home by the Owensboro High School Band. Please be seated. Please join me in welcoming our Student Council President, William Tanner Sims.
Thank you, Ms. Burnett. Friends, family, educators, esteemed members of the Board of Education, my fellow graduates, welcome. As the President of the Student Council, I speak on behalf of all students, of all my classmates, to officially welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the Owensboro High School class of 2015. When I first walked into OHS as a freshman, I had my doubts about high school, but they were soon overcome with feelings of assurance. I was soon assured that I was in good hands. And not long into my freshman year, I knew that these next 4 years would be some of the best years of my life. 4 years later, I now know that I was right. It's difficult to express the diversity and unique culture that is present at OHS, but I can say for certain that it is a place like no other. For 4 years, I have witnessed diversity at its finest, and the reason I hesitated was because diversity is just one of the many words to describe OHS. I've witnessed diversity through theatrical productions, sporting events, concerts, and especially in the classroom setting. OHS is a place where people can be who they are and will be accepted for that. This doesn't just happen on its own. It takes a lot of effort by many people who have a passion for education and a love for students. This was evident in nearly every teacher I encountered. I, just like many of my fellow graduates, will be forever changed by the people we have met, the experiences we have gained, and the abilities we have acquired, all during our time at Owensboro High School. Thank you for being here today. We are excited to celebrate this graduation ceremony as a class like no other. I wish my fellow graduates good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you, Will. We are very proud to announce Owensboro High School's honor graduate. This is always a very special award, but this year it's extra special, and it was a very difficult choice because this class has so many quality young people. Students are nominated and voted on by their teachers. The criteria to qualify for this award are the following: excellence in academics, self-discipline, leadership, compassion, and attendance. The following student certainly represents all of these qualities. At this time, we would like to request the Owensboro High School honor graduate of 2015, Darrell Wayne Coombs, Jr., to please stand. Congratulations, Darrell. Would you please join us for your seat on the stage?
Good evening. As most everyone knows, the principal of Owensboro High School, our principal, is retiring. During her tenure at OHS, Mrs. Anita Burnett has enriched so many lives and at one point or other has uplifted all of us. For these reasons and many more, the graduating class of 2015, along with the OHS singers, would like to dedicate their graduation song to their principal, Mrs. Anita Burnett. Ladies and gentlemen, the OHS singers.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Wiggins, and thank the choir. Wasn't that beautiful? please welcome Dr. Nick Brake, the superintendent of our school district. He will now give the charge to the class.
Good evening, and thank you, Ms. Burnett. Distinguished graduates and guests, I want to begin by taking just a moment to recognize and thank all the people that make up Owensboro High School and the Owensboro Public Schools. Your teachers, first here at OHS, but also at the middle school, elementary schools, all the way back to preschool. Many of them are here tonight as your special guests. Let's recognize them. Let's also remember the staff members, from our office workers to the bus drivers that got you to school every day, the cafeteria workers that fed you, the maintenance workers that saw to it that our buildings are safe, clean, and the entire supporting cast that make this day possible for you. Your counselors and administrators, and of course, I have to single out Ms. Burnett, who we know is retiring as principal after 13 years. The heart and soul that she poured into the work as principal at Owensboro High School will continue to be felt in the hallways long past your retirement. I can't think of a better legacy to leave than the love, care, and heart that you gave this school. Godspeed to you, Anita. And finally, our Board of Education. They have to make some difficult decisions to provide the correct resources and leadership for our district to be such a world-class learning organization. All of these groups together form the three pillars of our success: tradition, innovation, and excellence. Graduates, this school district is a better place because of all you have accomplished. You are now part of a proud tradition that dates back to 1871. And for that, I thank you. And I thank your family, your friends, and all that are here tonight celebrating with them. Graduates, please thank them. I would like to finish with a short reflection on the idea of time. Graduates, any adult in your life will tell you that the concept of time changes when you walk out the door tonight. There will be no comparison to how quickly the next 13 years of your life will fly by compared to how long it seemed to take over this past 13 years to get from kindergarten to this moment. For that reason, my message, my charge tonight is that you take advantage of the precious gift of time that we are all given. Make the most of it. Days are divine. They are the greatest capacity of anything that exists. If we do not use these gifts that they bring, they will just be silently carried away. Some days, like today, like holidays, are full of significance. There are days we feel closer to greatness, but each day offers gifts to those who are fit to receive them. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. The great American writer Ralph Waldo Emerson reminds us that we ask for a long life, but it is a deep life or grand moments that signify. The learned scholar is not one who unearths ancient history, but who can unfold the theory of this particular Wednesday. The minutes we have are not a way to or from happiness. In fact, they constitute happiness. Use your time wisely. Treat every day with respect. Class of 2015, you have distinguished yourself. You have excelled academically. You have been a joy to watch in the athletic arena, on stage, and in concert. You have taken advantage of your time here at OHS. Now go out into the world with confidence. Believe in yourselves. Know that you can and will graduate from college just as you are graduating from high school today. Know that you can and will contribute in your own way to making the world and your community a better place. Never underestimate the power of kindness and putting others first. Find your inner light by asking not what do I want from life, but by asking what does life want from me? How can I match my talent with one of the world's or even one of Owensboro's deepest needs? Congratulations, God bless you. You will always be a part of the proud tradition of this high school, and you are always welcome here with open arms and love in our hearts. I'm proud of your accomplishments.
Would Mr. John Blaney, chairperson of the Owensboro Board of Education, please come forward? At this time, we present to you the 2015 senior class of Owensboro High School. We have checked their records, and they meet the state as well as Owensboro's Board of Education requirements for graduation. We recommend you accept them at this time and request that their diplomas be issued. Let me assure you, other board members, and parents that the staff and administration of Owensboro High School consider it a privilege and a pleasure to have worked with these young adults. We are extremely proud of this class.
As chairman of the Owensboro Board of Education, we accept our graduates have met all state and Owensboro Board of Education requirements for graduation, and we request Mrs. Burnett you issue the diplomas.
Thank you.
We will begin by recognizing those graduates on stage, beginning with our class president, Joseph Chandler Hunt. Student Council President, William Tanner Sims. And our honor graduate, Darrell Wayne Coombs, Jr. Let us continue. Roche Devon Adams. Cassandra Taylor Alexander. Carissa Michelle Alley. Jacqueline Nicole Annan. Matthew Hagan Odd. Alasia Marie Baker. Decoria Lachey Baker. Samantha Grace Barlow. LaRacia Chardonnay Barnes. Dustin Trevor Beck. Brooke Ann Bedingfield. Lauren Ashley Berry. Logan Matthew Beiersdorfer. Austin Nicole Black. Brittany Leanne Blair. Ty Alexander Bland. Melissa Carol Boone. Brooklyn Nicole Bowman. Zadeja Thais Bowman. Hannah Elizabeth Bracken. Madison Lee Brasher Evans. Dakota Lorenzo Briones. Trevor Thomas Bristow. Matthew Alexander Brown. Stephen Jacob Brown. Tamara Jade Brown. Thomas Aaron Brown. Jontea Rihanna Buckner. Allison Joy Bueller. Josie Lee Burden. Tyler Michael Burks. Destiny Kiana Butts. Tamara Sue Buzzard. Trayvon Deviar Carbon. Amanda Morgan Cecil. Julio Stephen Clark. Rodney Darnell Collier. Sean Conrad Shannon Conklin. We're going to do Hannah Coombs next. Hannah Faith Coombs. Tiffany Monet Cooper. Jesse Harrison Corliss. Destiny Michelle Crandall. Haley Nicole Dameron. Kaisha Elizabeth Darden. Justice Tyler Doherty. Demisha Iana Davidson. Dornisha Nicole Davidson. Margaret Hart Davis. Taylor Brianne Dethridge. Madeline Scott Decker. Danielle DeShera Deer. Sir D. Christopher Lee Douglas Jr. Danea Monet Douglas. Amanda Lynn Dow. Michael Wayne Dow. Zara Jan Dunahai. Adriana Sheree Elliott. Gonzalo Estrada Hernandez. Brody Scott Evans. David James Evans. Gabriel Francis Philman. Mendel Keaton Fitzgerald. Alyssa Nicole France. Bobby Lynn Fritch. Timothy Dale Fulkerson. Tania Shakir Fuller. Gianna Elizabeth Fusinato. Brianna Leanne Douglas Gibson. Alexandria Marie Girton. George Dylan Elwood Glass. Garrett Anthony Glenn. Lindsay Madison Glenn. Tasha Nicole Golden. Jacob Tyler Gray. Harold Franklin Greenwell. Cache Lanique Greer. Danisha Nicole Griffith Green. Kaylee Rose Guzman. Anitra Alize Gwen. Kelsey Lee Hagan. Dakota Jair Hanley. Samuel Paxton Harmon. Faith Brianna Marie Harrell. Kishana Janae Hott. Shayna Leanne Head. Madison Ray Hedges. Dylan Scott Hefner. Brendan Lee Hendricks. Paige Ann Hicks. Sophia May Hicks. Eric Jeremiah Holman. Brendan Elijah Holman. Tyler Michael Howard. Richard Riley Howard. Shane Anselm Isbell. Zachary Jacob Hutchins. Aja Marie James. Tyrone Marcus Jackson. Marcus Allen Hill. Keza Eliana Irene Johnson. Corey Austin Johnson. Michael Anthony Johnson, Jr. Tasha Danielle Johnson. Courtney Michelle Jones. Noah Christian Jones. Peter Allen Strange Kaminsky. Corey Allen Casinger. Carmela Beatriz Kelly Vasquez. Carmen Marie Kelly. Caitlin Elizabeth Kirkman. Clayton Matthew Knight. Brianna Nicole Cruda. Michaela Renee Kegel. William Jordan Kuntz. Brittany Aaron Custer. Ko Kia. Corey Allen Lamb. Crystal Lurate Lamar. Joshua Ray Lasky. Rosa Janeth Landero Barignan. Allison Celeste Lewis. Olivia Lauren Likes. Kaylee Shane Lindsay. Ayana Matik Lindsay. Jackson David Litzy. Ramin Amir Lindsay. Elena Nicole Long. Nicholas Con Locker. Brian James Lloyd. Brandon Lynn Lloyd. Dana Elizabeth Matthew. Lindsay Michelle Main. Sarah Frances McDuffie. Connor Douglas Matthey. Christopher Andrew McMurtry. Samson Jacob McFarland. Brandon James Maletta. Salem Malaya Menzie. Jacob Robert Maletta. Justin Martell Miller. Colin Edward Miller. Shah Bay Mu. Terrence Marquis Miller. Marcus Deshaun Mormon. Bianca Nicole Mormon. Darian Javon Morrow. Lyrica Cheyenne Justice Marie Morris. Jordan Elizabeth Mosley. Adasia Nakay Morton. Azante Nigeria Nard Carson. Mia Michelle Mundy. Justin Garrett Knopfsinger. Shantanesha Desiree Idea Neal. Claire Elizabeth Jan Ottman. Catherine Lynn Nunley. Sean Ramon Pendleton. Julie Ann Passy. Madison Paige Farr. Logan Thomas Petrie. Arius Shamar Tanya Phillips. Miranda Joy Phelps. Samantha Sue Proctor. John Thomas Pryor. Jeremiah Alexander Pye. Christian Ryan Purcell. Deontay Lamar Reed. Caitlin Elizabeth Records. Twa Ray. Kelsey Elizabeth Reese. New Ray. Nay Ray. Matthew Edwards Renfro. Kelsey Maro Ayual Rihan. Joshua Wayne Robertson. Maria Graciela Rios Mendoza. Coleman Lee Royal. Beverly Jean Robinson. Christina Louise Sandifer. Mock San. Wa Se. Dylan Scott Sanford. Rebecca Elizabeth Schertzinger. William Christian Scalf. Hunter Michael Schaefer. Joshua McCullen Seaton. Christian Wayne Sherfield. Hannah Michelle Rose Shepard. Chance Aaron Schaus. Nicholas Gage Sheriff. Avery Jan Skorts. Mackenzie Nicole Sykes. Veronica Denise Smith. Mahela Marie Smiley. Hi, Lair So. Christopher Shane Snyder II. Chastity Nicole Souders. Kate Lindley Sook. Chastity Nadine Spears. Michaela Lynn Sparks. Colton Alexander Stallings. Christian Barrett Stallings. Ariel Tiana Stewart. Angelica Letitia Steverson. That's what I missed. Madeline Ann Story. Landon Scott Stinnett. Courtney Elizabeth Swafford. Anna Lee Strahan. Damon Dwayne Taylor. Madison Riata Swihart. Seth Carter Thompson. Kelsey Marie Taylor. Brandon Lee Todd. Corvon German Tinsley. Lauren Nicole Tong. Aaliyah LaShawn Capri Tobert. Bradley Ann Valandra. Jason Scott Tucker Jr. Noah Cole Vance. Peyton Elizabeth Van Meter. Nadia Barrientos Vasquez. Philip Alaska Jennings Vance. Austin Michael Wallace. Stephen Lamont Walls, Jr. Kaylee Christian Webb. Whitney Nicole Watson. Ronald Wayne Wyson, Jr. Nicholas Dean Wedding. Timber Alana Whitney. Rocky Wayne White, Jr. Cassandra Sean Wiggs Mosey. Lillian Abigail Witzel. Tristan Sinclair Wingfield. Marissa Shailene Williams. Jonathan Allen Wooten. Michael Charles Winstead Nash. Gregory Daniel York. Jacob Nathaniel Worthington. Joshua Tyler Young. The class of 2015.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Chandler Hunt, the president of our senior class.
Thank you, Mrs. Burnett. It's truly my honor to have been the president of the class of 2015 this past year. I'd like to thank my parents, Amy and Jeff Hunt, and my grandparents, Beverly and Bob Hunt, and Rhonda and Joe Iricane, for all of their assistance throughout my 4 years in high school. Here we are, gathered together for the last time as the class of Owensboro High School 2015. In a few minutes, we will have graduated, earning the honorable title of alumni of Owensboro Senior High School. In many ways, this graduation ceremony is like the 144 to have come before. But then again, it isn't. We, the class of 2015, are a class like no other. Our class will forever be attached to some remarkable events. Let us start with the obvious, a state basketball championship. The elation of those 4 days, the excitement, the nerves, the sea of red and black that filled that arena, the feeling of overwhelming joy as we stormed the court will forever be retold, another glorious chapter of Owensboro's outstanding athletic tradition. Another epic moment. In just 6 seconds, our nationally recognized football team pulled off a play worthy of ESPN SportsCenter's top 10 and made it all the way to the final game of state tournament. On honors night, our class was awarded an astounding $9 million in scholarship. However, it was the warm smile and kind heart of Miss Peyton Van Meter, a student loved and appreciated by all, that led the class to bring the entire crowd of the auditorium to its feet for a standing ovation. The love we poured out for Peyton then and again tonight is emblematic of the kindness and compassion demonstrated for us by our fearless leader, Miss Anita Burnett. She is truly like no other. She may be small in stature, but the legacy she is leaving behind is larger than life. And we are part of this legacy, her last graduating class. In closing, if this were a typical graduation with a typical speech, I'd tell you to follow the road less traveled or remind you of all the places you will go. But this isn't a typical graduation, and OHS is not a typical school. We are like no other. Of course, you should look ahead, and you should plan for your future. But as we march forward, let us not forget who we are and where we came from. Owensboro High School, a place like no other. My fellow classmates, please stand and join me in the symbolic tradition of the turning of the tassel. Thank you, class of 2015.